bad when I show up like this, but you know, I don't know if anybody is like into the what ifs or the conspiracies, but I wanted to share mine. I don't know if anybody else noticed that there is no, like, the facade of control, the mask that we believed is kind of slipping. It slipped. 2020 was a test, I feel. 2021 was them playing in our face, showing us how money can be printed. There is no shortage of money. There is no debt that they couldn't pay. It's basically like to the people that are really in charge, not the presidents, not the priests, not the pastors, the people that are really in charge. It's a monopoly board. It's like, buy this property, print, they print out their little money, and that's it. They don't want to print out anymore because they have to keep us going like a hamster in a wheel. Get up, go to work, have a little bit of time with your kids, eat, go to bed, do it again. Or get up, go to school, accumulate a whole bunch of debt. If you go to other countries like Europe and, just overseas, a lot of the other countries, they don't charge for college. Some countries pay you to move there. I know there was one place in Alaska that was paying somebody monthly. I don't know if it was for a year or 2 years, and then they would pay for your, like to move in and all that, the moving costs and all that. Meanwhile, America sucks everybody dry. They're trying to distract you with bringing people in while they're complaining about immigrants climbing the fence, climbing the border. So the dummies that fall for that, oh, people are eating our dogs and cats, and like they could say anything and people jump on it, and it's like, so, not saying that I'm the smartest one in the room, but it's so clear to me how easy it is to control through fear and intimidation. And cops do this all the time. If you're caught up, they they feel like you're a criminal at that time, so they could say whatever. And but the whole like the whole eating cats and dogs and bringing in the immigrants, giving them a whole bunch of money while telling people that are here there's homeless people, there's a whole bunch of stuff that money could have gone to. There's no reason that there should be homeless people when there's billionaires and trillionaires and they have more money than they don't they're not going to use in their lifetime. And yeah, you can generational wealth, that's the new word that they're throwing around to keep you in the hamster wheel, like one day I'll get there. And some people do, but you have to sacrifice your soul, you have to sacrifice your time with your kids, time with your partner, whether it's wife, husband, whatever. And like, I remember, and I'm gonna take it back to the vaccines because, but it really started with the Obama thing. I really started seeing how fear, and I'm sure the people that were alive with the Martin Luther King, Malcolm X era, you know, the whole Rodney King, when they kind of rose against the cops and won that case, but the poor man had to be beaten to the point that he almost died, and then the Black Lives Matter stuff that didn't do nothing for black people or people of color. It just got one black person rich, and then a whole bunch of white people jumped on it, took over anything that makes profit or this or that. White people will come and take over. That's just the way it is. And you know, like, nobody's talking about what happened to all those farms that were burnt down. Like, Bill Gates was going around buying everything. So now, you know, they make commercials about way before the the whole virus thing. Oh, seedless watermelon, seedless grape. Isn't it great? You don't have to spit something out. You can just eat it. It's da da da. Da. Come to find out, it's fake. We've been eating burgers that look different, hamburger meat. I remember when it changed. It used to look a certain way. Now you can buy hamburger meat that looks like that when it was packaged. It looks like little worms, like little strings. Why? Because it's not real. But I mean, I know I still give in once in a while, make tacos and all that stuff, but it's just, to me, hello, softball girl. Let me see if I can pin because okay, yay. I'm a, let's see if that, can everybody else see the comment? Anyways, I'm gonna see if I can pin so when I rewatch some of my videos, I can see the comments. Because when the videos are live and then you rewatch it, you can't see the comments. But anyways, I'm just curious if anybody else is seeing like some of the stuff. I'm sure I don't know everything. Like all of a sudden, Obama, Clinton, everybody was talking about, oh yeah, we did have aliens. We just, you know, it's okay to tell now. Why? Why? Why is it okay now when you've been denying it our whole lives, my whole life? And, you know, and then there's stories like, how can they have pictures of the other planet when we, like, can satellites really travel that far? How do they know? How do they know are they just assuming and putting the information out? And then we just believe it because, hey, they're experts, they got the degrees. Um, but it's really concerning that there are no PETA people talking about certain things that's going on. Like, what happened to all the different fights that were going on? Fight for women, fight for this, fight for that. And the fact that they, whoever they are, were able to pretend like there was accidents and trains just happened to derail, and it just happened to derail on farmlands, and burned all the profits, and the poor people had to sell. They had to sell, or I don't, because how do you restart? You need the ground to be safe to grow crops. You need, how do you restart and make it still safe to eat and still safe when there's oil seeped into the whole place? Everything burned, animals killed. All of a sudden, there's 200 cows gone, chicken farms full of, you know, what do they get? I forget what they get, but um, what does chicken get? Not salmonella. That's after you cook it wrong. You don't cook it enough. But all these diseases and all these things that cows were getting, chickens were getting, I'm wondering if that was through the feed, like, because they bought the feeds, unless they did their own with the corn and the mixture that they do to feed the chickens and stuff. Like, if they were growing corn, I guess they could do it, but either way, just a lot of questions going on. And with this, just Biden looking like he was a robot, and the whole mask thing, all these things putting in your head, like, yeah, look, people can just become, and it looks like it's almost AI created, because the mask is like rubbery, and all of a sudden it just fits perfectly. Like, there's no crease, there's no line, it just kind of flop and blends. Like, that don't even sound right. Um, I don't know. I just have a lot of questions and a lot of thoughts about, like, what's really going on. Like, what are they really planning to do? And the fact that, okay, so one thing I'll say that bothers me as a woman that bleeds every month still, I can't wait until that shit is not relevant. But I'm premenopausal, so perimenopause. So I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna be this moody and this bitchy and this whatever, might as well get it over with and just go on to the full on menopause. Let's get rid of this damn period. But what started bothering me back in 2019, 2020, when I started hearing that they were gonna put tampons in the male bathroom. So the male, if they wanted to use them, they could use them, but they don't have them in the female bathroom anymore. And then the tampon that I used to use went from $8 to now almost $40 for the same amount, the 32 that comes in the box. And it's like, what? How how much sense does that fucking make? Like, that makes no sense. Why are you giving? Hello, hello, sending prayers and love, Bob and Lola Journey. Oh, cool. Do you guys have a channel? Is that why you're together? Let me see. I wonder if I pin this one with. Oh no, no, no. Oh, I didn't want to take it out. Okay, there you go. Um, I guess I gotta unpin this one. Okay. I'm still learning, guys. Let me see. I just wanted to learn. Okay. It's not letting me pin it. Yeah, okay. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll actually get like a real setup going on, since I'm gonna be talking for until God takes me, I guess. Um, and like I said, I will. The notebook is on my it's on my table. I will get back on track with the subjects and all that. And I think Saturday. Let me think. Yeah, I can do it Saturday. I'm trying to think. No, I'll do it the first Saturday of October. I'll do a fun live. And hey, yep, God is good all the time. All the time, God is good. But yeah, maybe another girls live. So guys, if you don't want to hear extra guys stuffs, my little tales about guys, then don't join that live. I'll make sure to title it um, Girls Talk. So if you see Girls Talk, just don't complain if you hear something that, I don't want to hear that. So, and we'll maybe do music again, this and that. That time I will be doing tea. I'm trying not to do anything extra until my birthday week. I am gonna celebrate all month in October, so for the first time. But either way, um, yeah, I'm a little nervous. I've been, you know, saving dry foods and this and that because I felt like either 2024 or 2025 was gonna be off the rails. Like we're not on a track right now. We're just guessing what who nobody's in control. You know, kind of. I started kind of feeling that when Obama was in power. It's just like he was like, oh, no to this, no to that. And all of a sudden he got in office. Yes, let's do rainbows. Let's do this. Which I don't care about, like, people changing their opinion or growing, expanding their mind. But it just seemed like two extremes. Like, the Obamacare really messed up a lot of programs and left like the funding disappeared for a lot of programs that used to help the community that I'm in. And all around Washington, like I remember almost everything that me and my kids used to have or get or be a part of. It's like, sorry, Obamacare took the funding. Sorry, because Obamacare. And then the insurance changed, and then you had to do all this extra shit just to get what you needed as far as medication, even though the medication, is do or die. You need certain medications. Some people need diabetes medication. They can't. All of a sudden, Obamacare doesn't cover it fully. So now them people have to figure out, okay, it's either have food for the week or get the medication. Like that's what started happening a lot. I saw that a lot. So I'm like, who did it help? Like who did Obamacare? Okay, you have a channel. I'm gonna subscribe in a minute. Um, Bob and Lola Journey have a channel, guys. If you wanna join, what do you guys talk about? I was gonna click on it. Um, but yeah, so I don't know, like, and then this whole like Bill Gates, he's very aggressive with his views. He wants to cover up the sun. They're spraying our skies with whatever. Who knows what we're breathing in? The food, not only the meat. is compromised. It could be all fake now. That Bill Gates done killed all the animals and took all the farm, and whoever's backing him is backing him. He even took over the apple cider that everybody drinks. The Craig Brads. Yeah, some white lady, I forgot. She's an actress, I think. She's famous. Some white lady bought it, but is getting the apples from Bill Gates. It's like, damn, he's sneaking in everywhere. You're bound to eat or have something that he created that it's designed to take you down. I wouldn't be surprised if I'm surprised he didn't have more children, since he feels like there's too many people on the earth. But the way he talks about, if you look at some of his old videos, 2012, 2014, some of the conference where he was talking about how he goes to different countries and just shoot up the kids with whatever, like, not microchips, but like viruses. I mean, I don't think he ever says virus. He did say that he went to a town and let loose some kind of bug that was infected, or bugs, and it wasn't in the U.S. Um, and he just laughed about it, and the crowd laughed about it, a whole bunch of white people. And but the fact that, January 6th was able to happen and nothing really came out of, like, if those were black people, you would hear a whole bunch of lynching, a whole bunch of, you got life, triple life in jail, that everybody would have got caught. But only the person with the flag, a couple of other people got caught. And the way that security moved out the way when they were coming, it's like, nah, we got enough arm power that if that wasn't a planned thing, it could have been stopped. They would have noticed that shit 5 miles away and been like, wait a minute, somebody's planning to bomb rush. We got phone conversations, all the phones would have been tapped, all the conversations would have been leaked. But because it was Trump organizing it, supposedly, allegedly, it was allowed. And was that a tactic for the American people? Or was that just a little, like, Papa Mastery thing, you know? But, you guys, just get ready, because like, something big is coming, whether it's another virus, another epidemic. And the fact that they were threatening to take kids away from the parents because the parents were 10 toes down, like, no, no, you're not going to buy my kid. Like, when you really think about it now, that we're all kind of a little more clear headed, they were buying kids with $100. They were buying kids with pizza. Your class will get a pizza if you get it. If you all get it, a fucking pizza. I can buy a pizza for $10. It's just sad. And like, as far as for me and mine, we're gonna keep fighting. Yeah, we eat, I'm sure, junk and stuff that's not good for us, knowingly and unknowingly. It's hard to avoid it. Even if you eat fruit and vegetables, the stuff doesn't have seeds. Like my little one loves watermelon. And unfortunately, I was getting it from Amazon. I'm sure Bill Gates is tied up with the guy that owns Amazon. Because I'm noticing like the fruit is different than the ones you get at the grocery store. They seem to be like GMO or whatever it's called. So I'm like, okay, even when I don't feel like going to the store, to. I'm gonna have to stop buying the fruit from Amazon, fruits and vegetables. I'm gonna try harder to get to a farmer's market, and that's a little safer. So, and I do home remedies and stuff like that, but uh, people say, oh, trust God, don't worry about tomorrow, blah, blah, blah. Well, you do have to worry. You do have to plan ahead. They did the little toilet paper trick. They did, they stopped the trucks from delivering. Oh, because COVID. Oh, trucks drivers are quitting because they were playing with that vaccine, forcing people. And now there's videos being leaked saying, yeah, we just, of these assholes, the same assholes that were enforcing the vaccines, having parties, underground parties to keep people out of their business, orgies and all kinds of shit. They weren't wearing masks, but it was mandated. And I forgot what governor or state representative got caught saying, like, him and his wife was getting down and dirty during that time, and then in public they were like masked up and, yeah, be safe, sanitize. And I don't know if you noticed when we all had to sanitize our hand, like the top of my hands were like Brillo. If you ever use Brillo, it's the pink pad thing. You scrape the pots. That's what it felt like. And then I was like, nah, I'm just gonna wash my hands more often. And I'm gonna wear gloves if I have to go out. I mean, we should be doing that anyways, because when you think about it, how many people touch like grocery shopping cars, and door handles, and people pick their nose, pick their asses, I don't know. And so when you really think about it, we should be doing some of those things anyways. But we got scared. We got, pushed into fearing everything and anything. Even breathing. Like, think about it now. They were telling us to stay inside because going outside, you can catch COVID by breathing the air. Meanwhile, you're running your AC, you're running your um, heat. What do you, where's the air coming from? From outside. So I was just like, oh my God. Don't get me wrong, for I'll say March and April, I was one of those. I had gloves, I had a scarf. I didn't want no air touching me outside. From head to toe, I looked like a freak with glasses, big old glasses. I didn't want my eyeballs to be exposed. I looked crazy for 2 months. Then I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, a lot of people did pass away. But then when I noticed that they were using footage from Italy saying that it was in the US, they were saying hospitals were crowded, and I went to my hospital to my doctor's appointment. I saw the tent that took a whole block. It was empty. The cops were in front of it, like there was people there, and you know. So I'm like, this is some fear factor shit, trying to enforce stuff that's stupid through making laws and we're going to take your children and they can't go to school, and then having people get mad at the other people. We were fighting within each other while they were sitting around laughing about it. Trump, as stupid as he is, he tried to tell us, like, don't be stupid. That, I mean, yeah, he made a couple of comments. That's part of the trickery. Like, ooh, to me, I feel like they have to say a couple of stupid things so you laugh at it and you don't believe them. That's how they don't get killed. I believe that's their safety code. Like, okay, I'll tell you the truth, but here, the circus got to go on. And so that's just, you know, I'm just like, where are all the people that were in power that were able to stop some of this craziness that's going on? Why did they allow Biden to run the 4 years like that? That is not dementia. There is, and this is the thing, Castro in Cuba told us long time ago that he used to hire doubles and lookalikes. Now, it could have been that, but it also could have been this crap that they're showing us now, AIs, and they don't reveal something until they test it out. That's my belief. That's what I think. I don't know it for a fact, but this is what I believe. And thinking about movies like The Matrix and iRobot and Independence Day, and there's a whole bunch of movies, X Files. I'm like, they were telling us all along, like, what's gonna happen, what happened, and what they're thinking about doing. And I am hoping, sometimes I question, I am really hoping that there is a real God and all this other mess. Like, even the holidays, like, I started looking into that. A friend, Stanford, put me on long time ago, like how the Christmas, what it used to mean, and the ornaments, how they made the ornaments is disgusting. And I got rid of my tree. I got rid of a lot of my Christmas stuff. But I think I'm gonna celebrate it just differently. Whatever decorations I put on the tree, it's gonna be our pictures or something us, not store bought. I don't know. I want to do something for me and the kids because it is depressing that everybody else is doing this and that, especially for me because I don't go to where I used to go to for the holidays. I don't have family on the West Coast. My family's back east, and the church people, like, I do go to some other stuff. 4th of July, I'm comfortable, this and that. But like real family, intimate things, I wouldn't feel comfortable intruding. I do get invited to a couple of places, but I know my kids love to go over to my foster parents, and I stopped going about 10, 12 years ago. I'm not sure how long, but long time ago, because of I just never felt part of the family, and I felt like I was um, tolerated. I wasn't really loved, and I was kind of a burden because it's like Oh, we gotta take Joanna home, Joanna and the kids. Who's gonna take her? So I was just like, the last time that they did that little movement, I'm like, that's the last. I told myself then I'm never doing this shit again. I don't want to feel like I'm a burden or I'm an inconvenience to somebody that claims that they love me. So, but it was fun when I was in Florida. I did have a couple of families that didn't like the husband and wife and another kid. And so whoever wanted to come over, and it was usually the couple that helped me a lot, Godfrey and Sharon, and they were a blessing um, to have. It was a blessing to have them in my life because they instantly made me part of their family. Like, there's nothing that that lady did that she wouldn't say, "Hey, you want to go? The church is doing this. Hey, you want to go? Yeah, no." Even if they had to take two cars, they never complained. They never begged me for gas money. Like, whenever I could, I would give them something or try to give back in other ways, cooking dinner or something. And one of the ways was on holidays, I just had them bring one or two things and I would fix the rest of the meals, me and my husband at the time. So that felt good. Like we had family time um, with a person. They say when you're saved, you're supposed to be brothers and sisters in Christ and this and that. So that's the one time I felt like I was part of God's family for real. Like, I didn't feel left out. I didn't feel like a burden. That was a good feeling. But out here, it's just like, even now, I was trying to invite people. I went on a little 3 hour cruise karaoke thing. I was trying to invite a couple of people out that I thought they would like or have fun. But I either feel weird drinking in front of certain people because it feels like they look at me like an alcoholic. Like, yeah, I want wine. Yeah, I want to buy. Like, I want to just sit around. And and no judgment against them, but it's like, oh no, stuff is high. Yeah, I mean, I got two kids. I know shit is high. I know the struggle. I struggle every day. But yeah, I'm still addicted to Amazon and Temu and I told myself, in August, because I think it was either July or June that I was so overwhelmed with what's coming and how much I can provide and the judgment of being a single mom and not married and having another failed relationship. It's a lot. And trying to see if we could fix it. And it, it was just very overwhelming. And money went down by a lot in January. And by June or July, I was just like, I can't take it. I can't do this by myself. And I had a plan. I had two plans, a backup plan to the plan. And, but then I'm like, my kids will not be protected if I'm not here. I feel like I'm the only one around them, at least, that protects them. And take it however you want to take it. Like, my little one the other day was hurt because he heard his grandfather, his grandpa, say like, "Oh, it felt so good to hold my first grandkid." Now I'm a foster kid, so obviously they had kids. They have four kids. And one of the reasons that I wanted to separate myself, Because I did see the difference, how they treated their kids as teens and how they treated me. It was like night and day. And I know I can't go back and undo it, but they won't even admit how they treated me so different. And or sometimes she'll say, "Well, you know, you were first, and we had to learn." No, the thing is that if they would have treated their kids how they treated me, none of them would talk to them right now. None of them. So in order to have a relationship, they had to bend and fold the damn rules that they thought that they could have as parents. But because they didn't have the same love for me as they do for their kids, which is understandable, I can kind of see how that it I mean it would be different to love somebody that was already a teenager when you met them and had them, and to when you bond with the baby that was in your belly, of course, and it's your blood, and it's but the thing that frustrated me the most is that they, to this day, they won't admit it. I've known these people since I was 14, 15, even I'll say 12. I know her before she married him. You know, since I was 12, I'm 44. And, you know, nothing that I say happened. It's all erased in their mind. And I was just starting to, I even made a video about forgiving them and like, why was I tripping? And then my little one says this, that the last time he was over there, he overheard. It wasn't a conversation that was intentionally had in front of him. But he just happened to overhear him say, and he told me, he's like, I can kind of, I started to see what you were saying, or how, why you feel the way you feel towards them. So it's hard for me to see them the same way, but I still try. That's what he told me. 15 years old. He's like, I still try because, you know, they're grandma and grandpa. But he's like, hearing him say for the first time I held my grandson, like, or how I felt to hold my grandson for the first time. And he's like, well, what about me? And I would have thought the same thing. At 15, I probably would have said, what about fucking me? Like, what are you talking about? You held me. Like, in order for her to feel closer to my kids, I even had, um, okay, you're about to get blocked, whoever you are. Let me see. Sorry, guys. Somebody's being a troll. Okay, there we go. Report and delete it. There we go. Now we'll go back and block that person. Anyway, so, um, yeah, it it's hurtful to forgive somebody when they constantly keep doing things to hurt you, whether it's intentional or non-intentional. I saw it coming, but I also give my kids free will. Like, I'm never gonna tell them not to talk to somebody just because they they hurt me, you know. But I have a feeling that my little one will eventually stop going over there, stop. Maybe when the next one have the other baby, I don't know. I'm not pushing them to do it either or, but you know. And then my oldest just act like nothing is happening. It's weird how he can blindly not accept what's going on or not see. I think he just preferred to have his safety net and his comfort zone, which is fine. It's fine. I'm never gonna tell them, I'm never gonna tell them what to do. So, either way, um, yeah, just about 2025, 2026, just prepare. And I think they're trying to distract us so much with so much information that I don't know if we'll be fully prepared for what's coming. It's not about Trump. It's not about Kamala. It's not like they're all puppets at this point. I don't know if the president ever had full control, but I remember when Clinton was in office and the Bushes were in office, there, even if you didn't like it, there was some kind of order. Yeah, Clinton got caught with his pants down, da da da, and people laughed at us. Oh, Americans are so. But when he was in office, there was so many programs. There was like everything was in place. Somehow, money wasn't an issue the way it seemed to be now, and um, I don't know. I wish that he could be the same Clinton that he was then. Let Monica do her thing, whatever. I feel like she just wanted a payday because it's like you did it for that long, you were in love, and why? Because he didn't leave his wife supposedly. Now watching the what's that show where the black girl fell in love with the white president and then the wife became the side chick and Olivia Pope. What's the show? That was her name, but that wasn't the show, right? Either way, Olivia Pope. It made me think about Monica Lewinsky. I was like, I wonder if that's how they got down. Like the wife was just there for presentation, basically for the meetings to make him look like a wholesome family man. Meanwhile, he was getting down and dirty. He liked the kinky. But maybe that's why he was so relaxed. Maybe that's why he was like, I did not. The way he used to talk and stuff, it just always sounds like he was drunk or he was happy. And the Bushes, I didn't like Daddy Bush, but he seemed to be in control. Like nobody was messing with us. No, we had so many threats from everybody. I'm surprised we haven't had an attack from a few countries, a few continents. Like I'm really surprised because it just seems like nobody's in control now. And you know, like all these laws, and then it's like the vote is higher to not or to do, and then it gets overthrown by the courts, or it gets overthrown by the people that make decisions. And it's like, well, what's the point? What's the point of voting if it's gonna get overthrown? Trump said he won and Biden got in. Obama got in, even though most people, and they're like, oh, black vote counts, black vote counts. Does it? I don't know. Like, who pushed that button to make that happen? That's what I want to know. Because I don't feel like we have the control that we think we have. Not just we. I'm not. I'm Dominican, but I'm saying like Americans, period. Whether you're of color, black, whatever, from the Caribbeans, I just don't. I don't believe anything that the media or that the news outlets are putting out. I feel like they're pumping us up with so much information to make us fear. And I guess it's working because I'm a strong minded person, and 2020 and the force of the people, the hatred. Like I lost a friendship of 14 years over the decision to get the vaccine or not to get the vaccine. She didn't even want to talk on the phone. She felt like she could get it over the phone. And oh, I only hang out with people that are vaccinated. So, bitch, I'm not asking you to hang out. I'm just asking, can we check in? How are you? Why the fuck you have. Like, I don't know. To me, it seemed like the vaccine almost was like a rabies shot. Like, they just became mad dogs for no fucking reason. Like, why are you so mad? Why are you so angry? If you notice, road rage became even worse after that. People shooting people over dumb stuff. You didn't give me the sauce I wanted at McDonald's. The coffee was too fucking hot. I'ma run the drive through over. Like, where is all this rage coming from? Meanwhile, the people that didn't get vaccine, they're not falling over. They're not having heart problems, palpitation problems, all kinds of side effects from this crap that was created probably 10 years before it even came out. I believe it was created in a lab. That's my opinion. And I believe they tested the vaccine. But when it goes in the body, the thing is, science can't predict how it's going to react and then how it's going to affect different DNAs. Like at first, they were like, oh shit, black people aren't getting it because of melanin. Oh no, we got to make a new version. And all of a sudden, well, you see, it's everywhere. African people got it. Australia people got it. Like there was a cure passed around either Switzerland or Australia. And America turned it down. A natural. 2 3 weeks, boom. Maybe 2 or 3 days. I forgot. It's so long ago. But hopefully that troll is gone. Yeah, I don't see it anymore. And of course they had a whole bunch of letters and or Chinese symbols. They didn't even have a real name. But either way, um, I just wanted to come on here and say that I'm worried for the people that are lost in the sauce and just going about every day doing the same thing, same thing. It's like there's a lot of, I'm not even prepared. Like as much as I think about all this stuff, I'm not even prepared. Like, are you prepared if you lose power? Are you prepared if you lose electricity? Like everything is electric. The stove, they used to have gas stove. Why did they take that out? They used to have, this type of paint. Why did they take that out? They used to have regular TVs. Now they can, with the switch, turn this shit up, turn it on, upload, watch you through the screen without you knowing. Mm. I'm just like, those people must have very boring lives if they want to know everything you think, everything you know, everything you do every day. Like, why? Your life is that boring, you gotta have somebody watch me and then report to you if I say or do anything that is a trigger word. They control the YouTube, they control Google, they control social media. I believe the Facebook guy is long gone. He's either in a private island somewhere with his family, looking at all this craziness and being like, I'm glad I sold my company. Whoever that is that shows up to the court with the thick neck, it's not him. I don't believe it's him. I believe it's AI or whatever, a double. Because he wasn't buff like that. So why would he have a buff neck? His eyes weren't bugged out unless that's the stress that bugged his eye out. He actually used to live in Seattle, in the Central District. There was a whole bunch of people that used to catch him walking with his Asian girlfriend. I'm not sure where she was from exactly. He did have a kid the last time that he was spotted, but then that's it. There was no more pictures, and then this buff guy showed up. It's like he was still skinny the last time he was photographed with his young kid. The daughter, I think it is, should be over 5. Anything from 5 to 10 now. But yeah, it just makes you wonder like, could we handle all the secrets that they kept over all these years? All the lies that they told? Like the thing that I wonder the most is the blood sucking really real? The lizard tongue, is that really real? I don't know. Like I could kind of see it, but then it sounds so crazy that it's like, nah, that can't be it, you know. And the fact that they keep throwing stuff in The Simpsons and then it comes true, it's like, is The Simpson predicting the future or they just want you to feel like it is? So they're like, okay, this is what's gonna happen next. It's like a set on a movie, like The Truman Show. We might be in that same bubble that The Truman Show was in. You can't go past this. You can't go into the Atlantic or no, Antarctica. You can't go certain areas classified, forbidden. You get shut down, or you get frozen, or this and that. Is that really real, or is that science? Like, do they purposely put something there to freeze your ass or make you like the Bermuda Triangle? What is that about? Is there another city under the water that people go to when they can come back? So it's like, oh shit, the ship disappeared. This, are they sending food down there? Are they growing their own stuff? Like, you know, my imagination goes beyond the norm, and I know that. But it sounds so crazy that it can't be real. But the stuff that they're revealing now is stuff that people were talking about in the 60s and the 50s. It's like, oh, this is going on, and all of a sudden those people would be dead. You know, I know nothing is going to happen to me because I don't have proof of nothing. This is just, my thinking, my opinion, my crazy thoughts running wild. But I wanted to thank you guys for the ones that were on my live last night. It was pretty hard. Or was it 2 days, 2 nights ago? Thinking about my mom and that whole situation is really tough. But I did start doing the voice recording of my of the book, and I'm hoping. I'm really pushing myself to and like I said, I'm gonna take a break from everything. Everything. Oh my God, where did that come from? I don't know. But I'm gonna take a break from everything heavy like that until after my birthday, after my trip. I'll come back and focus on that in November. There's a lot of stuff I got scheduled for November as far as like it's gonna be a heavy month, but hopefully, I won't get on here and cry and all that stuff. I'll get back on track on the subject. I'll do that fun live when I get back from my trip, and I'll post videos and pictures of my trip and what I did and all that mess. So I'm looking forward to that and planning my outfits and this and that. My friend got a spot that she's like, oh yeah, you could love it. They have food, they're gonna have music, da da da. Because I told her, I said, I want to dance, and I want to dance old school dance hall. I don't want to dance this new stuff that's going on. And she's like, I got you. So I'm excited. Now I'm 44, turning 45. I can't do it the way I was doing in my 20s. In my from 16 to 20, some 20, I'll say 20. I was going out almost every night and, and working two jobs or working and going to community college. And I definitely can't do that. So I'm gonna go out one time, dance my ass off, and if I have to lay down the next day, there's a pool, there's a hot tub. I'm gonna get in there, relax, chillax. I think they have like a sauna too. So I'll probably go in the sauna, get real hot, jump in the pool, swim a couple of times. You know, I know at that time it's gonna be colder down there in Florida, but I don't care. And I wonder about them. Like, why don't they have indoor pools? Like, every hotel that I was looking at, every pool is outside, and it's like, one of them should have, they probably would get more customers if they have an indoor pool, indoor hot tub. I don't know. But either way, that's the plan, to come back and rest for a whole week or two afterwards. Yeah, so it's gonna be fun. No matter what I do, I'm gonna make the most of it. See some family members, hopefully get a free lunch or two. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. But yeah, just prepare, cause even looking at the food and everything is getting smaller, and you're still getting charged the same amount. And the tampon thing is very discouraging because it's like, I already don't want to use them because who knows what they dip that stuff in to make it shrink and make it fit in that tube. And you're putting it straight into your private. And is it like releasing? Is that why we go through menopause? Because to tell you the truth, I don't see, and I wasn't in adult business or nothing like that. But I don't remember my people in the DR going through all the stuff we go through in America. And because we're eating the food here, and it's mostly junk and poison. They're 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 it's like a IV drop. They don't want to give you the whole bag at once. So the bag lasts 40 years. And then in 40 years, you start having arthritis, diabetes, this and that, lost vision, this and that, blah, blah, blah. I don't think I see 90% of my family that's in the DR, none of them have glasses. But the ones that were born in the U.S. that have glasses, some, I'll say 50, maybe 30% of the ones that were born here or live here, a lot more than the ones that travel back home, have glasses, have different issues that the ones that live in the DR, it's like they're twice their age, shaking and baking like nothing. So that really tells you a lot, I think. But, we have to deal with what we have to deal with, and we have to make do with what it is. But I just want you guys to know, and to prepare. And call me crazy, but when it happens, you can come back and say, oh shit, you were right. Now, I don't know what's coming because I can't predict the future. I don't see the future or nothing like that. But the feeling was strong in 2020. Like, what are they planning? What's going on? What are they? What what's the commotion? And why is Obama like being threatened? Yeah, he's black, and white people were mad. The racist ones, not white people, just the racist. I'll say the racist from now on. Because I have a lot of people from a lot of different backgrounds that love us and support us. So I kind of feel bad about saying white. So I'll just say the races because there's all colors. Like even Dominicans, I feel like they could be racist and prejudiced. Puerto Ricans, definitely. Cubans, oh my God. Like the light skinned ones. They just believe that they're better than everybody. So, um, but yeah, just I wish that when we were getting the stimulus and all that stuff, I wish I would have listened to my gut. I don't know where I would have put it, but I would have got a whole bunch of toilet paper, a whole bunch of coffee, a whole bunch of like everything that I liked that could last for years. Fuck that expiration day, like coffee and stuff like that. Oh, you expire in 2 years. Yeah, no, I would have been using it for 5 years. I wouldn't. It wouldn't have mattered. But just different and tampons. I would have stacked my closet from the floor to the freaking ceiling if I knew that my tampons would have gone from $8 to almost 40. The same box, the same amount. Nothing special about it. So I definitely would have had stacked up on those. It would have been a whole row, like of 3 boxes stacked at the bottom, and then whatever, however many fit up to the ceiling. So you do the math. I definitely would have bought like hundreds of them, and you know, I don't know about soap, but laundry detergent, this and that. I would have bought like, how the people do the coupon buying where they buy in bulk. Maybe I would have pushed myself to learn how to do that. Rice. I mean, stuff that could last. Um, I don't know what else I would have bought that's way higher now that I'm like, all the cat stuff, the cat food, the cat this, the cat that. I couldn't buy the medicine ahead of time like that. You can't buy a whole year worth of medicine. My cat has asthma, so I definitely have to take care of my baby that way. And it gets expensive sometimes. I have to get her a pump, and that didn't really work. The the asthma pump and all that. Um, but you try just like your kids. You have to try until you find what works for that kid or that animal, they become your kids. But either way, it's an hour already. Oh lordy. I'm gonna try hard to just do quick lives so people don't get tired of me. But either way, thank you for listening. Like, share. If you just came, rewind. It'll upload probably in an hour or two. Um, but yeah, just get ready. 2025 is gonna be hard on all of us. The middle class is becoming poor, and the poor is gonna be broke. So just prepare and don't let fear drive you. Like, find a way to survive and get get over it. Just like we got over 2020, 2021, it was hard. Now seeing our loved ones having all these rules and restrictions like dogs and cats. We were in a kennel. We were put in a box and we couldn't break out. And some of us were scared to go outside and break out. You know what actually got me out of that thinking? I used to live on the other side where I'm at, and I had a Safeway close by. And kids would, like teens, would hang out right in front of the Safeway and Bartels a lot. Without masks, just skating, riding bikes. They were mad and poor that they couldn't go to school. They couldn't see their friends. They couldn't hang out. You can't you can't put a leash on kids like that. I mean, my kids stayed in. They didn't do much. They were okay with staying home. They had their games and they could talk to their. They both had cell phones, so they could talk and text with their friends and Zoom and all this stuff, FaceTime. But there were some kids that they were like getting depressed and it was too much. And but at first I was annoyed because I was like, how dare they just hang out spreading germs? Then I was like, obviously it's not affecting them. So why am I scared to go outside, take a walk, breathe in fresh air? Like, it's not airborne. So why did they put it out there like it's not safe to walk outside? You're gonna spread it. If you bump into people, if you see people coming, you can have enough space that if they cough or sneeze, it won't get on you. Then I remember my first walk that I took outside because I would only go outside if I needed to do something with the stores or pick up meds or then come right back home. But there was people on the bus touching rails, touching this, touching that. There was people going to work, traffic, they put, and I remember the thought of seeing people in their own cars with the windows closed and with the mask. It looks so crazy to me. Like you're by yourself in your own car and you have a mask on. Why? Like you can wipe down the car after you get out. Lysol, Clorox bleach, hand sanitizer companies, they made a lot of money. Where did that money go? Like, why didn't it go to benefit the families of people that lost people or the family that got sick from the vaccine? Where did that money go that they made? And then when they brought back toilet paper, woof, people were buying it like it was ice cream. And I was like, okay, I know it's nasty and old school, but I was ready to just put a little thing in the toilet. I forgot what it's called, like the thing old people use to take baths down there when they can't get in and out of the tub when they're in the nursing home. You put it on the toilet, you put some water, you wash up, and you know. I was like, well, if it comes to that, I'll get us three different ones, three different colors. Make sure we don't use our same. And it's not that deep. Or if you go pee, use a rag, get enough rags, buy enough rags that you can wash them, this and that. Now, if I poop, I wouldn't want it. Like I already had wipes at home. So I was like, okay, we'll just use wipes. Like, we have them. We had 4 boxes of wipes at that time. And I didn't know why I was buying, like, when I bought them, I bought a whole bunch of um, shampoo and conditioner, and I forgot what else. But I started buying a lot of stuff for no reason before the pandemic, before I even knew it was coming. And when the toilet paper thing happened, I was like, well, we're good. We got like, went to Costco, got 3 packs of the, if you know how Costco packs them, they're like big. I don't know if there's 20 or 30 rolls in each pack. So I was like, well, we're good for a while. So, and if it comes down to it, we'll just do the baby wash thing, do the rag. We're good. It's just, it sounds a little. I even had gloves. I had gloves in every size. So if the kids didn't want to use their hands to wash up, they could have put gloves on. Like, we were prepared. I don't know how I knew to buy all those things, but I just did. I think I bought it 2 or 3 years before the pandemic. I just started buying random things in bulk. I didn't have the coupon thing, so I had to pay the real amount. But now I only started collecting food, dry foods. So I do have a huge amount of rice, beans, oatmeal, um, what's it called, couscous and quinoa and all this other stuff, all these grains. Um, so we'll definitely not starve if it comes to that. And I definitely have enough seasoning to last me a year. Different type of seasoning. We won't starve, but it'll just be a little weird. We can't eat this or that because this is all we have if it gets to that point. And they're trying to force the ladder to come down a little bit. I'm not sure too many people were becoming rich, and the rich and in charge people were like, whoa, 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 whoa. We're giving them too much power. We got to slow them down. Let's put a little bit of fear in everybody. I don't know. That's just my crazy head, my thinking. Say what you say in the comments. As long as you're not disrespectful, whatever. I don't take down comments. And this was the first one that I actually had to delete. This person said it twice. So if you saw it, you saw it if you're here. And I will go to Bob and Lola's journey, see what that's about, subscribe, support since you guys supported me. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Softball Girl 100, thank you. Let's see. I guess that was it in the comments. But thank you for listening. Like, share if you care. Tell me in the comments what you think. Like, do you believe that your vote matters? Do you believe that Pamela's gonna win? Do you believe Trump is gonna win? Um, you know, do you think we're heading in a good direction? Or are you nervous too, like me? Okay.
Have a good one. Bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye. Bye bye.